everybody, it's your boy Cedric. Welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to SweetScale TV. Been MIA for about a month, but it's just because I've been crazy busy with wedding season. I've been pretty busy on the weekends and prepping during the week, but wedding season is dying down. I have one more wedding to do, and that's gonna be with the band. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So I got more free time, which is perfect because I just picked up some new gear. Not only did I pick up the LaunchPad X, I got some more gear. That's gonna be coming up in some later videos. So if you're huge into music gear, you're definitely gonna wanna subscribe. Speaking of subscribe, I wanna thank all my subscribers, almost at 700 subscribers, which is a huge deal to me. And I want to thank some of my subscribers that are leaving comments below, some of you guys that are hitting me up on Instagram. I made some friendships with really talented producers, so I want to thank you guys for showing love. You guys all mean a huge deal to me, so thank you, thank you, thank you. In today's episode, we're going to be checking out the brand new LaunchPad X. Run it back. I've had it for about a week. There's a lot you can do with the LaunchPad X, and I want to get into that with you guys. So we're going to do a quick review, and then we're going to compare the LaunchPad X with the LaunchPad Pro, as well as the Push 2. Let's get into it. Here we are in Ableton Live. When you hook up your LaunchPad, you're going to want to go to Preferences, Control Surface, scroll for the LaunchPad, input LaunchPad.out, and LaunchPad.X.in. You want to do DAW and not MIDI, because it took me about 3 hours. I was using MIDI and I could not get the mixer and session hooked up because I was using MIDI and not DAW. So make sure you're using LaunchPad X LPX.out, and in the output, LaunchPad X LPX.in. You're going to want to make sure the LaunchPad X input is turned on and remote is turned on, as well as the LaunchPad X LPX MIDI out is turned on, and then the LaunchPad X output LaunchPad is turned on for the track as well as remote, and LaunchPad X LPX MIDI in, you turn on the track, sync, and remote. Okay, here's a project I have loaded up. If I wanted to scroll up and down, you've got your up and down arrows, or if I want to scroll over to the right, you got your right button, your left button. If this is your session and your mixer button. So right now we're in session. I can start clips individually. Or start an entire clip. If I was to hit the session / mixer button, I can go from launching clips to now controlling volume, panning, send A, B, stopping clips, muting clips, soloing clips, as well as record arming clips. If you hold down on the mixer session button, you can go to settings where you can control your LED in terms of brightness. This strip right here will allow you to increase the LED lights. So I want to solo on the drums. The pads are velocity sensitive, even when it comes to controlling volume or panning. I'm just gonna play this clip. If I lightly touch the pad, the bottom pad, the fader will gradually go down. The volume can go down gradually or increase gradually. The harder you hit the pad, the faster the volume will go up or down. Panning also is velocity sensitive. Depending on how hard I hit a pad, the panning will also shift back and forth. So if I hit the pad really hard, either way, or soft, or really soft, and that goes for all channels. Muting is also very simple. That's what the session and mixer button will control. Now let's move on to note, and for that I'm going to go into a different project. We're going to insert a couple MIDI instruments. So I got a drum kit loaded up. This is an Ableton 808 core kit. The pads feel great. I've got a 16 pad drum kit loaded up, but if I wanted to, I could load up a 64 pad. So here are your different scales. This is minor. I know this is minor. This is major. And there's different ways for you to switch the way the notes appear. I'm just kind of guessing what I'm doing here. This also works on the Launchpad Pro as well as the Push 2, and this is great for producers that have writer's block sometimes. You can just pick a scale and try to come up with a melody. So I'm just like fooling around, but y'all get the drift. Last thing I want to touch on, one of the best features on the Launchpad X, I created a custom mode. I went to components, I've got the Launchpad X. This allows you to pick a chromatic keyboard, a scale slider, either a horizontal slider, bipolar faders. You can do faders, you can do drum grids, you can do MIDI notes, program change, CC buttons, whatever you want. Originally, when I first saw people doing this, I thought this was really confusing. But it's very, very, very simple. We're gonna create one right now. We're gonna add 2 drum kits. I added a chromatic keyboard and then 2 scales. I'll definitely do another video, but for today's video, we're gonna do 2 drum kits, a chromatic keyboard, and 2 scales. Just so I'm not confusing you guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this color. The root notes will be red, scale will be, let's do yellow. And we'll switch, we'll do yellow here. And then red here. So I have 2 separate scales. First drum kit will be channel 1, second drum kit will be channel 2. The chromatic keyboard will be channel 3. The first scale will be channel 4. And another thing is you can change the scales. You can do whatever scale you want. So we got channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, 4, and last but not least channel 5. Once you're done setting up your custom mode, you would send it to the Launchpad. I've got a custom page already created. We have our first drum rack in channel 1. Second channel, we have our second drum kit. And what I did is duplicated some of the hi-hats and added some vocal effects. Here's a lo-fi snare. I also grabbed some loops off of Splice. 2 loops from Splice are in the same choke group. This is channel 5. So that is on channel 5, and that's a sound off of Omnisphere. I did do a full review on Omnisphere, and I went through each and every sound bank, and I'll be doing a continuation on that. There's so many more sounds I discovered. Channel 4, we got I got an electric guitar. Alright, here we go. I know it is far from perfect. Last but not least, I want to quickly compare the LaunchPad X, the LaunchPad Pro, and the Push 2. When it comes to portability, the LaunchPad X is phenomenal. It's really thin. Pull out the LaunchPad X anywhere because it's so small. It's really portable. It definitely wins compared to the LaunchPad Pro and the Push 2. It's super thin as well, but it's built very well. So shout out to Novation because they built it very well. Pad sensitivity. I really like the pad sensitivity on the LaunchPad X. I think I like it just as much as the Push 2. Although the Push 2 has really good pads as well. So it's like, it's almost a tie, but I kind of favor the LaunchPad X. And then when it comes to making custom pages on the LaunchPad X, I just was quickly able to make my own page. And I thought when I first got it, that's something I'm gonna skip. But it was really easy to do. So if you guys have seen some of my live performances, you guys have seen me use all my keyboards or the MK3 and the Push 2. But if you really wanted to, you could probably pull off a full performance just using the LaunchPad X. When it comes to live performances, I'd highly recommend it. When it comes to making beats, I'm not gonna say it's a great controller. You don't have an edit undo button, you don't have a redo, you don't have quantize, double, duplicate, you don't have all those quick options on the controller on the LaunchPad X. You do have them on the LaunchPad Pro, and of course you have them on the Push 2. So when it comes to producing, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite controller. You definitely would have to use your laptop. Price-wise, it wins compared to the LaunchPad Pro and the Push 2. It's the cheapest. In Canada, it retails for about $280. LaunchPad Pro retails for about $420, and the Push 2 about $800. My overall review on the LaunchPad X, it is missing some key features if you are a producer. However, you can get away with the basics. You can get away with creating your own pages, which is super cool. I bought it myself. I really enjoy it. I can definitely see myself using it for finger drumming because it's really cool to finger drum off of. I'm using the MK3, Machine MK3, and now it's a toss-up between the MK3 and the LaunchPad X. That's my final review. I hope this helps some of you guys. I hope this helps all you guys. We have some more products I'm gonna be sharing on this channel, so stay tuned because that is coming up really soon. It's your boy Cedric from SweetScale TV. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Run it back.